It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. As you can see, I'm obviously not in my normal studio, which makes sense because I am in Los Angeles. I also have my fake tooth in right now. I have no humility. I don't even care. I'm not trying to pretend I'm something I'm not. I have a fake tooth in right now, and it's giving me a little bit of a lisp, like I'm Sid from Ice Age. So there's a lot of shit happening. So since it's all happening on my end, all I can ask from you guys is if you could please smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I was going to say effing get messy, but I'm not on the podcast. Sorry. Let's get messy as hell and welcome Jason.
Hi.
I have a lot of energy this morning.
I have a lot of energy. You know, last night I pre-recorded a video and a podcast episode, and I was so tired after this move, but it is so nice to be back on the podcast and getting things going again. You know what I mean?
It does feel good. You know, like last night I was telling Jason, this fake tooth is killing me.
Take it out. Can't you take it out?
I can take it out.
No, don't do that on camera. That'd be weird.
Last night I flew into LA and I was supposed to get in around 9 o'clock and my flight got delayed by like 2 hours, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. Like nobody's dying. It's okay. And we made it safely, but
it's the end of the world when you call me, but not for anyone else.
Bitch. So then I ended up getting in at like 12. I didn't get to sleep until 1. And then I'm still on East Coast time. So like at 4:30 this morning, my eyes were like, I was like, good morning. And I was like, I can't go back to sleep. So I didn't know what to do. So I went down and I got on the treadmill at like 4:30, 4:45. And I started watching Potomac and like Watch What Happens Live, which is so great because we're talking about it today. But I think at some point I'm supposed to be meeting up with Sheena today. And I think at some point she wants to go out tonight. I'm like, girl, I'm going to crash. There's no way. I'm running on like
wait, have you told
3.5
people
hours.
why you're there or no?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, so we're here. We're in Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles because I'm going to be doing Sheena's podcast on, I was going to say on Monday, which is today. I'm going over to the studio today to do her podcast. My time, like judgment right now is so fucked, but today I'm doing the podcast with her. Tomorrow we have the Vanderpump Rules premiere, so I'll be attending that with her. And then I'm going to do some special behind the scenes footage for you guys. So I'm going to be sharing that as well. And then of course on Wednesday I'll be flying back. But it's going to be a whirlwind of a week. And I'm excited. Week. Yeah. And I'm also excited that we keep shit coming too. Like we keep working while we're doing it. So we're not missing anything. Especially we damn sure didn't miss Juan's cheating ass and Robin trying to slide one underneath us and keep her fucking cherry blossom. Hold on.
Bye, Robin. Are you taking out your tooth?
Robin, when you make me take my tooth out, shit is going down.
It's getting real.
It's getting real.
When you can't chew, it's real. Man, what a disappointment, huh? Like Robin can fly all the way off the show. Like bye. This redundant storyline that we've had. Are we just jumping into Potomac here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Can we please just jump in? Because I'm so pissed off about this.
This redundant storyline that keeps going over and over again, season after season. Are we getting married? Are we not getting married? Are we getting divorced? I like, shut up. And it's knowing what we know now. It was so cringe and so hard to watch the finale last night. Just like her, like say things about Karen. I just don't care about Robin anymore. I really don't.
It's the fakery, the fuckery. It's all of it. It just, the debauchery of it all. This is my thing. Okay, so you go on Watch What Happens Live. I don't have a lisp anymore, Robin, because I can talk. You go on Watch What Happens Live. Andy grills you. He said that you hid behind a paywall, which obviously means Patreon. Okay? I watched this. I watched you, and he's absolutely right. I don't always agree with Andy Cohen. In this moment, I do. And he said you hid behind a paywall. You said at that moment it was not relevant because you had already handled the situation. Now, my problem is we had last season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Margaret Josephs in the opening episode dropped a bomb at Teresa's pool party about Jennifer Aydin's husband who cheated 10 years ago. And she took that one on the chin, the chest, everywhere. She took it everywhere. And she's like, if you're going to bring up my husband's infidelity, then get it right, bitch. At least know what her position was. And that's what she said. She owned it though. And that's why I have so much respect. I know Andy Cohen hates Jennifer Aiden, but listen, if you're willing to own it, this is a reality show. I don't want to be on reality TV because I don't want you guys in my business. However, if you're going to sign the contract and you're going to put yourself out there, then yeah, you kind of have to have a little bit of reality to it.
Job.
And you don't even have a storyline. This would have been the perfect storyline.
Never has she had a storyline, but I can't even call her Teddy Mellencamp of the Real Housewives of Potomac anymore because I feel like Teddy Mellencamp, I don't know, is doing better than Robin Dixon at this point. It's crazy, but it was just so hard to watch that last night. It really was.
Yeah.
Like talking about the wedding. Obviously,
Did
they didn't
you
get married
watch
in
the Watch
Jamaica.
What Happens Live or no?
Yes, it was very uncomfortable because Andy was like grilling her.
Right. So I have 2 questions for you. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. We have a slow start, but also we're on two different coasts right now. So just bear with us. But this is going to be a great conversation because I'm feeling it this morning. I've had no food, no coffee, no shower. I'm on some shit. Okay.
I'm trying to catch up with your energy right now as we speak.
Yeah. Okay. So my whole thing is on Watch What Happens Live. We have Andy, who literally is asking her, he's like, this sounds fishy. So wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Jason, I would rip your head off. We have Juan Dixon, who's talking to some side girl, some woman. Let's give her respect because we don't know her. Some woman on Instagram. Okay, they're talking. They're casually flirting. Oh, okay, you're cute, blah, blah, blah. Then the woman comes into town and she loses her wallet or whatever and she can't pay for she can't pay for her hotel. Okay, now hold on. Now, Robin is the obvious breadwinner here right now. They just bought a brand new house that we saw in the finale, of course, with big, beautiful ceilings.
Best part about Robin now. Yeah, best part about Robin.
Her house is stunning. But you just bought a beautiful brand new house, and you have this woman who you were flirting with on DMs, and then she messages you and she's like, oh my God, I don't know how to get into my hotel because I don't have any money. And then your husband goes and charges the hotel to your card, but he never went in the hotel. Girl, are you fucking Heather Gay with a black eye and treating us like we're just idiots?
This is the problem.
So stupid.
I've talked about this before. I mean, also, like, Robin, are you new? That's what people say. Are you new? No, you're not new. This has happened before with Juan. So I don't know why you're like,
it's not assuming, are you new? It's just,
this poor girl from Canada. She couldn't get back. She had to stay at the hotel. She lost her wallet. The pandemic restrictions were really tough, so she couldn't go back. Like all this bullshit that was coming out of her mouth. It was just so crazy to watch last night and very uncomfortable. Like I think even Ebony was like, this is awkward. This is really weird.
When I have to take out the fake tooth, some shit is it's adding up.
It's just not adding up. But it just doesn't make sense. I forgot what else I was saying.
I'm telling you, honestly, let me put myself in Juan's shoes real quick. All right, Jason, hold on. I'm going to paint the scenario for you.
Okay.
You go through my phone and you find some DMs. I'm talking to Gary. Gary has been hitting on me. I told Gary, you know what? Like nice abs. You look great. He said, I look great. And I'm like, oh, okay. And things are getting a little flirtatious, but then you intervened. You found it at the right time, but you have a problem with it. Okay. Right. Now, how do I explain to you when you're going through our finances? Because Jason, at the end of the month, goes through all of our statements, looks at every charge. I don't get away with shit. Goes through every charge. And then he asks, what is this? What is this? So when you see a charge for a hotel room and I explain to you, listen, I didn't want to say anything, but the Gary guy, the one that I was DMing, he was in town and he lost his wallet. And so he had nowhere to stay. And I didn't even want to ask you. It was so uncomfortable. It was so awkward. I love you. Nothing happened, but I went and I paid for him to get a hotel room. You believe me, right? Like I went and paid for the hotel room, but I didn't stay there. I didn't do anything. Girl, shut the hell up.
Are people going to believe me when people can't find your body? And I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything to him.
Okay, that's a little far. That's a little far. I mean, N-Dub said this right too. N-Dub, I miss you. Ebony's face on Watch What Happens Live was just like, yeah, something in this fucking room keeps beeping. I don't even know what this is.
Sounds like you need a new room.
They're on it.
They're on it.
Okay. So anyways, getting back to it, I thought that was just ridiculous. the whole situation, but I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac for a minute. Ashley Darby tried it. You know, Candace Diller Bassett, I used to not really be a fan, and I'm not going to lie, being straight up about her social media activity, I have seen things in the past that I didn't like.
Sure.
Obviously, we talked about that, but meeting her in person and meeting Chris in person, I was able to have a conversation about the things that made me uncomfortable and the things that I apologized for, and vice versa. It was a very productive, it was a great conversation, and they were both so nice. And
we got Chris to come on the podcast and
Yeah.
tell us about filming this season and all of the shit he's dealing with. Yeah, it was a great conversation.
It was a great conversation. And the personal one that wasn't on camera, that was an even better conversation because it's just like there's no pressure and it was more organic and authentic, even though our sit down with Chris was also organic and authentic. But you guys know that since he's still married to a housewife, Bravo controls the narrative, and you have to make sure that you don't say the wrong thing because he can get her in a lot of trouble. But last night they tried it. They tried the hell out of it, and they tried to pin Chris for all of these infidelity rumors. Now, the problem is that Carlos King used to be a producer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of New Jersey, and probably Real Housewives of 5 other franchises that I don't know and don't care about. But my point is, he went out here on a tangent and decided to go blast the hell out of all of these women, just like they got blasted out when they did this to Monique. And he said that they went out and he knows for a fact that they had a meeting all together and that they were going to make the storyline this season so they can make it interesting enough about Chris Bassett. Now, you guys did the same thing to Monique Samuels when you were trying to claim that
I was going to say, this sounds so familiar.
Right. Her baby belonged to the trainer, and you were messing with the paternity of her child when really kids are supposed to be off limits. So I 100% believe Carlos King on this. And it didn't seem like last night watching it, I wish Chris wouldn't have lost his cool, because it's like you kind of lose the conversation, you know, because he has nothing to hide, right?
Yeah, but he's sick of hearing about it. Like, I don't blame him for losing his cool. These
Like, how would you have handled
nothing? Probably the same way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, if my blood is boiling like that and I'm sick of hearing the same accusations come out of your mouth and there's no receipts and everything. It's like with the Sesame Street girl. What's her name? I forgot. Anyway, Deborah. When Deborah said that, Deborah, when she said that Chris was flirting with her, we saw on camera that wasn't a smile is a flirt to you. Girl, you got to get out more. Like, it's just so weird. It's so weird. And I can't wait to see him put them in their place at the reunion a little bit, because Giselle, the best part of Giselle this season has been her daughters. And she has been living on these other people's storylines for a long time, trying to make drama come out of nowhere like magic.
She's kind of a Lisa Rinna. There's no real story. You know what?
I'm going to go that far.
No. I mean, she doesn't get so nasty, but she never really has her own storyline except for her daughters, just like Lisa Rinna never really has her own storyline. You know what? Kind of like, and they have the ability of continuing to circulate the narrative and make the storyline keep going. So they're really good at that part, just like Lisa Vanderpump. However, Lisa Vanderpump had multiple businesses and a spinoff. So
however, Lisa Vanderpump doesn't treat viewers like they're stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's like we did this Puppygate thing. Don't make us dumb. You know, we're not dumb, Kyle and Teddy. We get it. You know, it's like Heather Gay. We aren't stupid. Just tell us the damn truth. You saw it with your own eye. I keep saying that. It's like, you know what happened.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. You guys know exactly what happened. I mean, the same thing. It's with Heather Gay. It's just like, we're not dumb. You're dumb for thinking that we're dumb. And I don't like to call a person, let alone a woman, dumb. And I don't actually think she's dumb. She's a very smart businesswoman. But I'm saying this was a very stupid decision, and treating like everybody that like they were ignorant. And I know that Lala Kent just did a podcast episode, and she said that she talked to Bravo insiders, Salt Lake City, like cast members, and that she really feels strongly after her conversations that there was a cast member who put their hands on Heather Gay. It's not what happened. Love Lala. Love them. We know it for a fact. It's not what happened. She wanted to hide it because she didn't want to portray herself as like a bad person, because she's still a mother and a businesswoman. She's embarrassed. Obviously, you're embarrassed. You got drunk. You blacked out. You fell. You hit your face. You fucked up your arm.
And it doesn't help any of the legal things she's going through right now that, you know, to come out and look like, oh, I got drunk and it fell over. Well, that,
Yeah, it
that
doesn't
could cause
help.
some problems. That could,
Right.
but we got to think about going back to Potomac. This season has given us so much. We have the Mia's cancer scare, which is what, eczema? What does she have now? A
When
rash?
they said rash, I died. And when she was talking to Gordon, getting ready to go in the room, and she was like, I thought I was gonna die, and he's like, yeah, that's what you kind of chalked it up to being, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was almost like passive aggressively dismissing her, like, yeah, we know what you said, like you were really playing this up, but okay, sweetie, let's go back there. First of all, the way that she hugged the girl who came up and got her, and not knowing this news yet, whether or not she has cancer, it doesn't add up. Mia Thornton, it doesn't add up. It looks stupid. Anybody who my mom had cancer, Jason's dad had cancer, my mom had really bad breast cancer.
Well, different kind of cancer. She's at the dermatologist, right? I had skin cancer. I had it removed. Right. Like this.
Teddy Mellencamp just had melanoma. Teddy Melanoma Camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, we had this, right? I mean, they've given us such a great season. We've had that Miami adjacent trip. We had Tulum, Mexico, which was fun.
But that's also kind of a bullshit story. You're playing with. I don't like that.
No, it is a bullshit story because you got to stay relevant in this. What's going to be interesting is the shit that Jacqueline brings up at the reunion, that you don't own your damn business. Yeah. That's interesting. Let's carry that into the next season. Now you have a storyline, Mia. Thanks to your friend.
And Jacqueline, for that reason, should be brought back. Is it Escala? Escala? I thought that she was good. What?
She was too nice for the show. I liked her too. I really liked her. I thought she jived with the women. I just didn't think it was,
What did Caroline Stanberry say to me when we were in New York for BravoCon? Do you remember this?
She said many things to you.
She said to me, she made fun of me. First of all, Caroline.
Oh, because Caroline, you walked in, right? Well, we didn't know we were going to this.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell. This is like a behind the scenes story really quick, guys. Smash that like button, show some love, do all the shit. We were on our way. Me, Jason, and his cousin Jackie were walking into the Javits Center. We were getting ready to set up the booth and like kind of just looking around. Huh?
I
mean you. But
okay, thanks.
I was with you. And then all of a sudden, Derek Zagami from Reality with Derek Z, we love him on NBC. It all rhymes. He ends up messaging me and he's like, girl, where are you? And I'm like, bitch, I'm at the Javits Center. And he's like, why? Why are you not here? And I'm like, I don't know where here is. He's like, we invited you to lunch. And I'm like, no, girl, nobody invited me. And Caroline Stanberry was like, I didn't invite you. I thought I did. And I'm like, of course you thought you did, which is one of the reasons I love her, because she's just like, what? She's like, why are you not here? That's so rude. And I'm like, it's not rude if I didn't get an invite. So anyways, long story short, Jason and I just got off the airplane, so we look like garbage. We were in our pajamas. I was in biker shorts and they were pulled up to like my ass.
You weren't in biker shorts. You just looked like you were. She said, wait, what did she say to you? She's like, are you going to teach a Barry's boot camp class?
She's like, are you going to teach a cycle class or something like that? And she had these big boots on. And for some reason, this is why Jason and I would never be good on reality TV. She had these like big boots on. And 30 minutes later, I was like, are you going to ride horses? And she looked at me and she was like, bitch, that was 30 minutes ago. You would make the worst housewife ever. And I was like, oh no.
Gotta be quick. So are you comparing, you would be a Scala?
Yeah, I'd be a
what
Scala.
You're saying. So yeah. Well, we don't need you on the show.
Yeah, we don't need me on the show. Exactly. That is exactly my point, is I would not be good for a show like this.
If Jacqueline, though, if this goes like I think it's going to go at the reunion and we do see Jacqueline come back, I think that could be a really good setup for Mia, because we're losing Robin. Let's be honest. Like, no one wants her on the show. Andy's pissed at you.
I'm starting a petition.
There is a petition.
Oh, is there?
There's a signed petition. It has like hundreds of thousands of signatures. That's what. Hello, girl. Where have you been?
On a fucking plane.
Oh, well, they have internet on planes. It's 2023. Yeah. So they started I forgot what is that called, that change.org, or where you go sign petitions and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah. It has a lot of signatures. So
she's going to be fired.
Do you think, after watching Watch What Happens Live last night, I'm sorry to take this back to Robin. This is the most you've given us in like 7 years, whatever it is. But after watching Watch What Happens Live last night, I'm like, what is left to talk about if we did like an extra 30-minute special with her after the reunion? Like, what are we going to talk about? She's not Jen Shaw. You know what I mean? We don't need an extra part for the most boring cast member on Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not understanding that. And then what is she going to say? What she already told you on What Happens Live? Or is this the 30-minute you're fired?
Yeah. I mean,
is that what it is?
Oh my God. It would be devastating for her, but almost iconic if we've never seen someone fired on air. That would be like next level. But really, Robin has to go. I mean, I know that she has the new house. I know that you have a different level of like money that you need to be making in order to maintain your lifestyle. Get creative, girl. I don't know what to tell you. Reality TV is not your shtick. And that's okay. It's not a lot of people's shtick. Look at Teddi.
But here's the thing, Teddi, okay, but she has a podcast. You know, I don't love Reasonably Shady.
She doesn't get paid shit.
Actually, I don't really love Two T's in a Pod. No, but what I'm saying is you have to be good at like you have to like really Teddi and Tamra, Two T's in a Pod. I like really love some of their episodes and I just really can't stand some of them. Reasonably Shady, I've listened to like twice and I'm like, I can't do this.
Well, the problem with Teddi and Tamra is that there's like a lack of professionalism when it comes to the equipment, because I think that they're great and I love that. What?
It's true. It's just like, what are you filming on? A Palm Pilot?
No, I get it. It's the audio too. And it's a lot of like, it's like as if I were to go like this with.
Yeah. And then I'm like,
it's like jumbled.
Oh, yeah, Adam. Okay. Oh yeah. No, I know. That's crazy. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Like, sit
it's like
down,
there's a lot of
focus,
shit going.
And like do a show, right?
There's no focus. So it's all over the place, but they have that insider like viewpoint, which, you know, you can't really compare to anybody else because nobody else, unless you've been a housewife, well, it's not the same. But I'm not sitting here trying to dog Tamra and Teddi. I actually talked to Tamra yesterday. I was trying to see if she wanted to meet up while I was in town, and Kelly Dodd too. Hi, Kelly.
I'd love for you to go meet up with both of them for lunch and film it.
Oh my God, they would kill me.
Okay, so I want to jump into though the whole Charisse of it all, because that was like a comeback that didn't need to happen, that never concluded, and I was disappointed because I actually watching Charisse come in and watching Karen kind of get a little like uncomfortable around Charisse. I'm like, shit's going down. We've seen nothing. Like nothing has happened. Like all that I can say is that if Charisse and Robin got in a car, drove off, and you know, Bonnie and Clyde did it, that'd be fine. It's like, we don't need you on the show. But do you think that Charisse actually has something that she's going to spill at the reunion? Because this buildup of something about Charisse knows that Giselle has been playing into this whole season 2 has never actually come to fruition.
Girl.
Can you get away from the camera?
Where there's smoke, there's fire. You want to go to Taco Bell? No. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's the same thing that Joe Gorga said to Louis Ruelas on last year of season 12 of Real Housewives of New Jersey on the finale. And that thing was, listen, you have a lot of women who are coming out claiming different things against you. And he kept on saying all of these women are jealous and they're the problem, not me. And then Joe Gorga pointed out, hey, where there's smoke, there's fire. Listen, if it was one woman, okay, 2 women, I'm thinking about it. 3, 4, 5, we have questions. And for Karen Huger, I get where we can change the narrative to Charisse is coming in. She's jealous. She started this whole show. She doesn't like you. You ghosted her. So now she's trying to get revenge. But then when Mia Thornton's coming back with, you know, names of restaurants that they're so obviously bleeping out from the Real Housewives of Potomac, which means that they obviously tried to get consent and the person who they're talking about would not give consent. Obviously, they wouldn't sign like a disclosure or like a whatever. I'm like blinking right now. I'm on 3.5 hours of sleep, but they wouldn't sign that. And that's coming from a totally separate source that is not Charisse. And then you have Ashley Darby has heard this. Dr. Wendy Osefo has heard this. Mia has heard this. Giselle has heard this. Then it kind of gives
but then we go into the credibility of it all. Here's I'm not like saying there's there is, because you know, if it's coming from Ashley, I don't believe you anymore, Ashley. If it's coming from Giselle, I never believed you. Mia, You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to like really put something here. And can you just imagine the Grand Dame is like on her knees in the bathroom? I don't see that happening. On her throne? Or what is she getting on her? No. Do you think
Let
so?
me tell you, it's the people that I always suspect the least that are the kinkiest little weirdos
That's
when
not
it
this
comes
one.
to bedroom stuff, bedroom candy. Okay. And I
Bedroom
got me
candy.
some bedroom
You
candy,
got some
guys.
bedroom yeah, but see, I didn't expect that. And that's turned out to be lovely.
Eh, My mom is in the room, you little weirdo.
You bought it, you weirdo.
Candy. Let me say something really quick. The batteries don't last that long. Or maybe
No,
I
it's
don't know how long.
rechargeable, but the recharging thing doesn't really work.
Yeah. Your recharging shit doesn't work. But we love
Yeah,
candy.
very good ideas. We love some candy.
Bitch, I'm worldwide. We love you. Okay. But your bedroom candy, the charger needs to be fixed. I'm just saying. My USB to my HDMI, that shit needs to be fixed too. Right now, I'm struggling a little bit, but so does your bedroom candy. And I love that. It's okay. I'm going to start a sex toy company called Adam and Eve. Oh, wait, they already have it. So I'm going to call it Adam and Adam.
You could just call it up in Adam. That would be kind of gross though.
Up in Adam. And oh my God, it's going to be stuff that you just like.
Okay. Move on with what you're saying, fool.
Oh, is Norma in the room?
No.
Oh, I thought she was in the room.
Not that I've seen.
Okay. Also, can we get to the mortgage of it all? When we had Ashley Darby tell us that her mortgage was going to be $13,000 in this new
That's
home.
not the part that I'm like, what part are you paying? That's crazy. If that's your home and your mortgage, well, since we're buying it under our company, still buying a house with Michael Darby, okay? Great, cool. Bad decision.
If we ever divorce, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Oh, if we divorce and we'll buy it under a company, I'm going to charge you a lot more than $13,000. But they haven't decided what part she's going to pay, you know, because technically they're still married. Now this is marital property or business property or whatever. It's just weird. This is also something I'm looking forward to the reunion to see her answer about the prenup and how she's getting screwed on it or something. I don't know, but $13,000.
She's getting screwed on alimony.
Alimony. But $13,000 that's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, girl, you're making $30,000 per episode, at least. How many episodes were there?
17.
Okay. So 30 times 17, 30 times 10, that's 300 times 7, 14, 21. That's $521,000 before taxes are taken out. You have enough money. Like, you should not get alimony at that point. No, you shouldn't. Should you get half of everything?
That's a fair point.
I mean, his ass has been cheating on you for a long time. He's been caught in this hotel room, this specific hotel room, I feel, allegedly.
Is it the same hotel Juan was at?
Yep, this is the one. I'm in it. This is called the Juan Dixon Michael Darby Suite. Hello.
You look like you're in Tokyo. What size is that bed?
There's like 2 beds. You know what? I was doing this. I was talking about this when I was doing my pre-record earlier. I was like, it looks like I'm in such a shitty hotel with the background of it and like the carpet. It looks
not
like
really. I've seen you in worse. Yeah.
It looks like I'm in the worst hotel. But guys, I'm like literally, I'm not going to tell you where I am exactly, but I'm right in Beverly Hills in like a very swanky, nice, it's a beautiful hotel. Like even when I went downstairs this morning, and it's just like, it's very stunning. I just don't know. In the camera, it looks like, I don't know where it looks like I'm at.
It actually looks good.
Does it?
Yeah, I feel like this is more your zone here, but I like that kind of look.
I kind of like also now that I'm looking at it and we just redid the studios, like I like being like right in your face.
You
know, like
I don't know what that's. You're always in my face.
Taco Bell.
No, and stop asking me.
You want to go to Taco Bell? Okay. Okay.
I'm glad we settled that. Okay. But how do we feel about? I want to go back to Karen for a second because Karen and Mia's relationship is now going to be like kind of, especially at the reunion, because Mia didn't stand up for Karen when all this shit was being talked about, like the bathroom little get together with the bartender, technically, whatever. Do we care about Karen and Mia's relationship moving forward?
And also, how are you guys trying to paint Mia as the one who called her a prostitute? They are shady as hell. She did not call her a prostitute. Giselle, you are messy. And instead of trying to go over here and like deliver false information. You need to go be teaching your daughters, who are like really the stars of the show, about
They are the stars of the show.
organs. Yeah, go teach them.
They
about
have
the
a lot to
reproductive
teach their
organs.
mother. I feel
Yes.
like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Listen, I'm
It's
not
crazy.
worried about them. Those girls are smart and they're beautiful and they're going to be fine. I'm not worried about them. And they are the most redeeming quality of Giselle being on TV. When we get moments of her that's why producers push her to film with her daughters, because when we get those moments, it like humanizes her. It gives us a different version of her that's a little bit more softer. And it's like something that people can relate to. And it's not always like shady, messy boots, which is something that we really love. But at the end of the day, like, we also know the other Giselle, and the one who's like coming and saying, she called you a prostitute. Girl, nobody called anybody a prostitute. But what they did say was that Karen was out here getting drunk and hooking up with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the bathroom and doing the deed. And then what Mia said was, well, you're saying she's hooking up with everybody. You're saying like a prostitute? ? And then Giselle said, oh, bitch, I got you. You said prostitute. I know what you just did there, and I'm going to go repeat it. And Mia was like, no. That's just as fake as my cancer. Didn't happen.
Rash.
Boom. That's where I stand. That's where I stand today.
It's a rash. That's where you stand today. What else do we have going on Hot Messy Topics? Because I know we have a lot more going on. I mean, Potomac, I'm looking forward to the reunion. Love to see Candace winning. I find it so interesting that like everyone is cheering Candace on. And then Giselle's like, I don't remember the song. I'm like, it's not cute anymore, Giselle. Find a storyline. You can support each other. Even the Miami women can support each other when they're fighting. No, I only know drive back.
No. This was I don't know. I was not at the not album release party, but music video release party. I wasn't there. But Giselle, yes, your shade was a little boring because we know that you remember the song. You're just trying to be an asshole about it.
We remember the song more than we remember your live podcast show. So how about that? Which we got
she did it with
podcast
Trina
shows this season.
And also, don't disrespect Trina, because I have a very special place. The first time I ever traveled on a plane in my life, I was going to my grandfather's funeral in Alabama. And when I went to Alabama, well, there was Trina. And she was at the Atlanta airport, and she was right there. And my cousins, Jennifer, Steffi, and Steffi, well, it doesn't even matter what their names are. At this point, they're just kind of assholes. Them and Jennifer, they were with us, and they saw on the front of People magazine that Trina was right there. Well, she was right there in person, and they were like, oh my God, I want her autograph. And I was 8 years old, and I didn't care. I was like, oh my God, you want her autograph? So I ran up to her and I was like, hi, Trina, I'm 8 years old, and I know you're, and mind you, at the time, her music is like, I'm a bitch, talking about sex and like all of these different things and drugs and smoking marijuana. And I'm an 8-year-old running up to her like, oh my God, I love your music. And she's like, what? And I got her autograph. And then I ended up sitting next to her on the plane. And then she kissed me on the cheek. And it was good. So I feel close to this. Jason, are you okay? Oh. Jason has exited for a second. Just claiming cancer and not knowing you actually have it is bad karma. Alabama camper, hey there, I haven't seen you in a while. Honestly, I don't remember the song either. Can we check in on Ray? All these women blasting his wife right in front of him, so disrespectful. Oi! Mia's face when her medical news was not as grandiose as she painted it. No, guys, also, I want to get away from the Real Housewives of Potomac of it all for a second, and I want to talk about Vanderpump Rules. Because as you guys know, while we wait for Jason to come back, this is going to be a little bit of a different week. I am gearing up for the Vanderpump Rules premiere, which is going to be tomorrow, which is so, I feel incredibly awkward going to, but also...
Why? I jumped back because we're talking about Vanderpump really quick.
Where did you go?
You know, we have a crazy house right now, and things are being delivered, and people are coming to clean things.
Did Elle just show up?
We have animals and stuff like no.
Oh,
yeah, it's crazy right now. But Vanderpump Rules, very excited for.
Yes, I'm going to meet up with Sheena today. I'm going. I'm so excited to go to Dear Media Studio, but I'm going over to the studios and I'm going to be recording with her, which is going to be a lot of fun. And tomorrow we have the premiere party, so. of course, you guys know that there's going to be a lot of pre-recorded content coming your way. We watched the premiere. Jason and I have already seen it. It is so good. You guys are going to absolutely love the production value. And I'm telling you, do not sleep on season 10. I know season 8 was awkward. We had a bunch of newbies, and then we had people getting fired right before season 9. Season 9 was like, what the fuck is happening? But season 10 is where it's at.
It feels like it's so crazy, because I said this on the podcast today, because I did a podcast recording last night, and it was
Lee. Yeah.
Sorry, Lee. Yeah, don't even get me started. Charlie is why
we don't
she belonged on season 8. No, but the production value is so good, and I had to eat my own words, because I was calling Vanderpump Rules every season from, I think, 7, the season of completion. I'm like, we're done. This is it. This is over. But the way they're doing it now, even just from the intro, which I really love. I love the intro. The way they're doing it now, I can see this having more life brought back into it. It's interesting. It's good. Very good.
The way that they filmed it is like, it's like Housewives. No joke. If you guys go to BravoTV.com or just go to Bravo TV and check out their Instagram and watch the new intro for Vanderpump Rules, you'll see that will give you sort of an insight as to how they're filming it this season. It is so good. And what's funny to me is what I learned, because Jason and I right now are in talks to do let's call it an interview. And we're trying to discuss how we're going to film this interview. Do we go like the more chill way of doing it like on a Zoom, or do we go all out and spend the money and do like a production and have multiple camera angles and kind of do that, right? But then my question is so easily answered when I question something like that after watching Vanderpump Rules, because we have the exact same cast, but then we have a different way of filming it. And I'm like, oh shit, you got me. You got me back, right, Jason? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
It's true, though. What's wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
What's wrong with your face?
Nothing's wrong with my face.
Oh. What the fuck is that beeping?
Oh, yeah. There's some issue. Oh, what was that?
Do you hear it?
I heard it that time. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the worst room ever. They're upgrading me in like an hour. Okay. On top of that, guys, we have Real Housewives of New Jersey news. So for those of you guys who don't know, it doesn't matter. Who passed away on Southern Charm? This is really sad. It was Olivia Flowers. Olivia was hooking up with Austin Kroll. Austin is the resident Sesame Street douchebag. He was the one who was with, what the fuck was her name? What was her name? Madison LaCroix. He was with Madison. He was cheating on her. He ended up having a threesome. Madison caught him. Madison now married a Mormon firefighter. She's good. She has like a beautiful little family. She's happy. She did her lips. She did her boobs, and she has abs. She's great. Austin's over here still looking like a Muppet. The Honda Civic of men is what they called him. And he was dating Olivia Flowers, but not really dating Olivia Flowers. He was just dating her because casting needed to introduce her to the show. And her brother, not her boyfriend, but her brother just passed away. You
were saying Olivia passed away. Olivia did not pass away.
No, I said Olivia's brother.
Okay.
Did I say Olivia passed away?
I think you just said Olivia, and I didn't want that to go. Olivia Flowers' brother passed away.
No. Olivia Flowers' brother passed away.
Yes,
and even that Thomas Ravenel guy, the one that was married to the crazy redheaded one.
Catherine Dennis.
I mean, I'm not associating her with it being like a crazy redhead, but sure. Even he put something out about him, and it's sad, guys. It's her brother. I at first was going to do a video on it, but then I feel like it's so gross to monetize a video off of somebody losing someone. It just didn't feel right, because we even made the thing that you see behind Jason, like the TV frame. We made a thing for it, and then I started the video, and I got like 30 seconds in, and I was like, I can't do this. It doesn't feel right. I wish them the best.
Well, he wasn't part of the show, right?
We never saw him.
Yeah. So that's weird to talk about if it was, like a cast member or something, you would want to definitely say something or bring it up. But yeah, definitely not. It's so funny.
It feels like
you did not say, you said Olivia Flowers. It's like, oh, she's fine. It's her brother, though. It's sad news.
Yeah. So. You did say Olivia. Oh, guys, I meant Olivia's brother. Just saying.
Mhm.
Olivia's brother. I
Olivia's
apologize.
brother.
Fuck.
What the hell is the Jersey news?
Okay, so Jersey, getting back to it. So I've been talking to Melissa Gorga a little bit. She sent us a really nice message because Jason decided to go post our house all over the place and say, hey, thank you, Wayfair, for giving us all of our new finishes. When I'm over here in Los Angeles, what looks like a shitty apartment or hotel, but it's really not. It's actually okay. But my point here is Jason posted the video. I reposted the video, and I've been talking to Melissa Gorga ever since because we've just been talking about house decorations, potentially going on each other's podcast. And we have great conversations. Met her at BravoCon, super sweet, and so is Joe. Now,
Is that the news? Okay, thank God.
Margaret Josephs is claiming, because we know that we're going into season 13 with all of this drama with Teresa and Joe and Melissa and the cheating rumors of her hooking up with that actor, the Nick guy, right? Jennifer Aydin brought this to the table. We didn't know that Jennifer Aydin was the sole person who brought it to the table. And now Margaret Josephs is calling her out because she's like, hold on, girl. Wait a minute. You got pissed off at me last season for bringing up your husband's infidelity after you already put it to rest. But wait a minute. Now you're going to go over here and bring up Melissa and Joe Gorga's alleged infidelity that you don't even know if you really have no idea if it's true. It's almost like a Chris Bassett storyline, but you're going to bring it up in order to have a storyline, which is that not hypocrisy? And I thought about it and I was like, yeah. Actually, that's kind of exactly what that is.
What else do you expect from a housewife?
Nothing. I just want to see them. I want you. Listen, I don't care if you guys are assholes to each other. Be assholes. You get paid.
Do you think what's your kind of like feelings moving forward? Like, what do you see happening this season? Do you think we're going to have a really good season of Jersey? Because last season was kind of like, for me, and that's my favorite show. So last season kind of was disappointing to me.
No, it's going to be the best season yet. 100%.
So they got their little Vanderpump Rules glam and their little promo.
I saw the first episode. It's going to be the best. I'm telling you. I'm telling you only because
I'm telling you.
Well, I talked to Joey.
Yeah, now I know.
Yeah. So that's how I know. So I think that, you know how like normally they always tease, it's like Andy Cohen, and now people like just get pissed off at Andy Cohen when he teases something and he's like the best season or the 3-part
and that's different.
finale.
That's different because he makes broken promises. He's like, this reunion, I ask all the questions. And then we get to Erica and it's like, no, you didn't ask the hard questions. You didn't do that. Then it's like, I'm going to do a one-on-one with Jen Shah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's that buildup. And then it's like, ugh. But I think Jersey this year is going to have it, just from what I'm hearing. I know you've seen the episode. I haven't seen the episode yet, but
I know. And I
don't have to wait long.
Wait, you watched the Vanderpump episode, right?
Yeah. I loved the Vanderpump episode. I have the things that are already happening, like Tom Schwartz, like getting on the outs with a lot of people already right away while trying to manage his divorce. This is going to be great. It's going to be a good season.
It's going to be so good. I mean, guys, that's kind of like about as hot and messy as it gets right now, because I know that Jason has people coming in to clean the couch today. He has movers coming in. He has maintenance people coming in, and his lovely sister, who it was just her birthday. Happy birthday, Elle. Yes, don't piss me off, girl. Don't piss me off, Elle. I'll blast your ass out. You want to go to Taco Bell?
No. Do you need like a be kind pill, or what is it called? Be nice pill. What does your grandmother say? Do you need a be nice pill?
My grandma always tries to
give free.
Me. She tries to drug me with imaginary pills, and she always comes up to me and she's like, "Hi, my sweet pumpkin. Do you want a be nice pill?" And I'm like, "I don't want a fucking be nice pill. You can throw that shit in the lake with the gators. I don't want that." And she's like, "I think you need a be nice pill." And I'm like, "I don't think I do." Okay.
All right, Adam, we know you have a big day. So
yes. Okay. So we're going to wrap this up, guys. Jason has a big day. I have a big day. We do appreciate the hell out of you guys and sticking with us while we are navigating other things at the same time. We appreciate it. We will have more pre-records. And of course, you guys know the daily polls will keep coming. Jason is working a lot on doing sort of a rebranding, a refacing of our second channel, which right now is called Hot Messy Podcast YouTube channel. So that's exciting. Do you want to talk about that or no?
Sure. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
put a video up because I just wanted to put something up. We haven't had a podcast episode in a minute because of, well, first of all, the move, but also the changes that we're doing. We're going through a major rebrand in order to make things bigger and better. I promise at the end it will make sense, but it will be another channel for us to have a lot more content. And that will be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. And the podcast isn't going anywhere. It is staying there. It's actually doing really well, but the more we put on the podcast, the better. So we're going to be able to elevate that. I think that'll be fun.
Question for you. RJ
answer.
Davis said Adam is cantankerous today. What is cantankerous?
Well, let's look that up. Fun. Like it's like word of the day.
Oh my God, I love a word. Ill-tempered. Oh.
Yeah.
Difficult to handle.
Yes, you're cantankerous. Absolutely.
I'm not cantankerous. No, because honestly, can I just say really quick, if I came off cantankerous, if I'm even saying it right, I love you guys. I'm on 3.5 hours of sleep. My flight was delayed. My body alarm went off early, and I'm going right now. Right after this, I'm going to film with Sheena at her studio, and then I have like a whole long day. And I know it sounds like, oh my God, your problems. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying I'm running on very low sleep, and I've been starving myself for like 6 days in order to get ready for this premiere. So in order to get, which sounds so shitty, and I don't mean like legit starving myself. I've just been juicing. I'm hangry. I don't, honestly, you know what? Maybe I am cantankerous. I'm ill-tempered, disagreeable. Yep, I am. Adam, go eat. Alabama camper, I will.
Go
gonna
eat,
pay the bill?
take some rest. It's not like I mean, listen, what you're gonna go do a podcast, like then take a nap.
She's gonna look at me when I go to this podcast because she's gonna be like, what do you think about this? And I'm gonna be like, I think she's a fucking idiot. And she's gonna be like,
or you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like, oh, sorry, I spent all my energy this morning on hot, messy topics, this is where we need to spend our energy. But I can't do your podcast anymore.
I'm not going to go there like that. I'm about to put on a face mask. I have 2 pre-records to do before I go. I have to bathe. I'm going to take a hot bubble bath, and I'm going to order breakfast. I have not eaten. I haven't eaten in like 30 hours.
So many complaints. It's all these things that you could
do. It's not a complaint, which you said earlier when I called you about my HDMI to my USB. I asked you, and you said all you do is complain, which is really annoying to me because I don't complain about anything.
I was offering you solutions. See, when you call with a complaint, because it's always like, it always starts off with the side,
girl,
what now?
I gotta work.
What now? Eat, sleep. Plug your cable in the right way. You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, right now you're painting yourself as if you are like the martyr of this situation and people should love you because you're the one who's the victim when really I'm the victim. Guys,
girl, I set you up before you left. I set you up before you left. You're good. You're good.
I'm going to be like that at a weekend in Amsterdam, jet lag.
And going that way, like if you're going towards Europe, that is the worst jet lag. Well, for me anyway, that's oof. Anyway, go take a bath, have a fun, relaxing day. We're excited to see the content that you're going to bring to the channel this week. That's going to be fun. Yeah.
Okay. Bitches, you're too adorable. I like that. That's funny. I wonder if you guys are going to have a wine room in your new home like Lisa. No, we won't.
No.
We actually had a wine.
Champagne. Oh, we might have a champagne. No, we won't have a champagne.
We had a wine
house
fridge in our apartment only because it was one of the things that they did. They put in like every apartment. We weren't like bougie, like we ordered a wine fridge, but
you know what? No, but the apartment place, they ordered like a whole bunch of those wine fridges. They were all from Amazon. And I was like, what is this going to be a good one? And it was so good. Remember how good that wine fridge was? I liked it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should order one.
End-Up said, Adam needs a nice bath bomb and a glass of wine. Guys, I am right next to the mall, the Beverly Center, and I am about to go figure out where my bath bombs are, where my glass of wine is. I'm about to go get shit done before I do this podcast. So, legit though, I'm kind of like, I'm joking with you and I'm not. Thank you guys so much. Yes, we're rapping.
Do you want Taco Bell?
No. Oh, I miss you, friend. This is so sad.
It's usually we're not like apart, but this is all that complaining is why you're not going to go to Monaco with me.
Bitch. Okay.
I'm just kidding. You have to.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We're obviously always joking. We're married now. There's nobody fighting. We joke. This is our banter. This is our banter, just like this is my fake tooth, like Robin's fake storyline. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. And we love you guys. So thank you to everyone who modded. Thank you to everyone in the live chat. Thank you to Robin for faking her storyline. And thank you to Bravo for firing her. I love you guys so much. And don't forget, we just had Jason post a new episode over on Hot Messy Podcast YouTube channel, which is about to be rebranded. So it's going to have a totally different name, and Jason will share more about that. But he did post a video today right before this live. So go check that out. I posted a pre-record, and there are more pre-records coming your way. On top of that, we also have polls in the community tab, and I love you guys so much. I need to go out in LA and start recording some shit so I have some content for you guys. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye, everyone.